It's a good day. Let's tell them why,
Man,
boy.
I love sparkling water, don't you?
I think so, but I'm not promoting them because they ain't paying me.
You right.
You know what I'm saying, man? Today's a beautiful day in LA. We came
Los
out here.
Angeles.
As you all know, we live in Las Vegas right now. We're in LA, as we frequently do. But today we have a very, very special guest.
Man, we had to slide through.
We had to come through, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's been long awaited, to be honest. I've
Very
been waiting
Very
forever to have this special person on this show. He is Koreatown's mayor.
They call him the mayor. Everybody knows him out here.
Yeah, he's the legend of battle rap, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've seen
get
some of
in
his
that.
shit. Shit's dope. He's also a comedian. He's a host. He's an actor. He's an artist. He's Mr. Steal Your Girl. You know
Not stealing no one's girl.
All
I
right,
promise
cool.
Yeah, but today we have Dumbfoundead, man.
you. Yes, sir.
Mr. Jonnie in the
Yo,
cut.
man.
See you,
Let's
man.
get it.
So
Third
happy.
time saying hi to him, by the way.
I'm so happy we're running this.
Let's
bro.
go,
Yeah,
bro.
it's been like, how long have we been trying to make this happen?
Like
bro?
a year.
Yeah, we ran into each other a few times leading
Yeah.
up to this.
Yes.
And we've discussed it, and we're like, okay, we got to do it.
Yeah, finally.
Who
right?
made us do it? That's what we should talk about.
Nah, it was me bullshitting, bro. You know, I was delaying it. You
I'm
know.
glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest. Like, I didn't really do intensive research because I'm not
Likewise,
that
yeah.
type of guy. I just want to like
That's what's up.
sit down and just like vibe
natural.
out and
Yeah,
just almost
man.
just feel it, you know?
No, I love what you guys do for the culture and just
Thank you,
bridging
bro.
the gap. You know, it's great. I mean, because I do similar things, just like you guys. You know, so we're in
why
the
we
same
should be sitting
lane.
here.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're from Argentina.
Yes.
That shit is crazy.
That blew my head crazy, bro. I said,
It's a weird curveball.
bro,
yeah,
we need to start with that.
Well, I was born in Argentina.
Okay.
Yes, my parents met in Argentina. They're both Korean. I guess they moved there in their. My mom was a teenager. My dad moved later on in his 20s, and they met in their 20s.
I see.
But I guess there was a huge migration of like Asian immigrants into South America. You know, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, like all those areas. And but I came here when I was 3, so I can't say I know that side too.
Oh, you don't know too much of it?
Nah.
That's
See, I
really
didn't know that.
interesting,
I
bro.
did not
'cause,
know
like,
that.
When I heard that, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you was raised there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but there's a lot of Koreans from South America. Like Juno's family, Juno Flo is from like Brazil.
Okay.
Bunch of there's I think that's like the only one I can name.
I mean, we have a friend from Brazil too.
I swear there are more.
I'm sure.
He's like, there's more, but
I mean, the
only got
ultimate
one.
question is, do you even visit? Do you go there every time?
I haven't visited, but my grandparents, before they passed, they were there like the rest of their lives, you know, I mean, before they passed, yeah.
Dude, you gotta visit, bro.
Yeah.
Like you have to do like, I don't know, some milestone on Fun with Dumb, and if as soon as you hit it, just go with the team. to Argentina.
Yeah.
Just do some shit like that.
I mean, in my adult life, finding out like how big Korean culture it was in South America made me want to actually revisit and just kind of tap in again. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
I
yeah.
mean, I guess it's always going to be a semi part of me. My parents speak fluent Spanish. So I
what
grew-
about you?
Nah. Poquito. Yeah, that's
I
like,
feel you, bro.
yeah, that's like when people ask about someone who speaks Korean and they're like, Jokum.
I want to learn Korean so bad. I feel
It's
like
honestly pretty hard.
I just need to go to Korea.
What's the level?
Really shitty.
Level
Really?
1, bro.
Really bad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
He
surprised.
swears he's good at it, but like,
Yeah, that's when I'm capping. But if I'm keeping it real, I'm ass, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not an easy. I don't think any language is that easy.
Yeah, unless you're smart and just cracked and you just pick shit up
True.
easy.
I just think that we're not putting in enough effort, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're not putting in enough effort.
We're Americans, bro.
Yeah.
We lazy
That's
motherfuckers.
what it is. Come on, man. I mean, I always say, you know, I am Korean, I'm American, but really I feel the most LA. You know, I feel the
Okay.
most Koreatown.
Okay.
Like if Koreatown was an ethnicity, that'd be me. You know what I mean?
Is that how you
I'm
describe
Korean
yourself?
town and
Well, yeah.
funny
well,
way to say it.
Well, people don't discuss a lot of the ecosystem around a neighborhood. You
Right.
know what I mean? Being part of a neighborhood is a big part of who you are
100%.
and how you grow up. But for me, it was like, there are times that I've dabbled with the idea of moving to different places. There was a time I wanted to live in Korea for a bit. It never happened. There was a time I wanted to live in New York.
what
you know?
sparked that? Like just the
Korea was like interesting. I went for the first time in my early 20s. Went for like 2 weeks, fell in love with it, had a fling with like a girl, extended my trip.
What? You was in love, bro.
Yeah.
bro is like, I need to go.
Yeah.
It's always a girl.
It's
dog.
always- that's
the
I
problem.
swear to God, that's just crazy.
A lot of Kyopos who go to Korea
Yeah.
for the first time, a lot of Korean Americans or Koreans from the UK or Australia, they go. It's like, rite of passage. You go there back to the motherland. You spend like a summer there.
Yeah.
And you meet somebody there,
Interesting.
and it's fun. Like you have like a fling, and you kind of fall in love, and you end up.
You fall in love quick? You fell in love, aren't you? Be honest, be honest.
It's not about me falling in love quick, but there's something about being overseas. You know what I'm
that
saying?
switches shit, right?
Yeah, and meeting somebody.
I need some more experience. Something about being overseas. I don't even know.
It is, you know.
Keep going. You cooking, bro.
And because it gets sad right before you leave, because you might not see each other again. You guys are living different lives, but you happen to meet there at that very point in your lives. So I extended my flight, and not just that though, just being there for the first time, it does do something to you. You tap in with your roots. You get excited about it, and you see a part of yourself that you never really saw. You know what I mean? So I had a lot more appreciation for it, because I think before I went to Korea, I just felt like I was so different from them, and I almost felt like I was better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that's just
So it
an
wasn't like
American
outcast. It was
Wow,
like,
bro, you like a therapist for yourself type shit. Like, how do you even tap into?
I know. No, I actually need real therapy though.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
So you never been to any, and you already thinking like this?
I've never been in therapy, but I know I need therapy, and
Likewise.
I think we all do, right? Like,
we all do. I
Shit.
mean, well, I'm just trying to better myself, and
Right.
in the past few years, it's been a big revelation of bettering myself, trying to become a better man.
Right.
Because I've been a big kid for so long.
A big kid for so long.
Yeah, and
Fun with dumb.
Dude, bro, your lingo is beautiful. A big kid.
I've been a
for
big
so
kid
long.
for so long.
yeah. I mean, it's like
I can relate though.
and it's fun being a big kid, and we've spoken about that as more of a positive thing,
Right.
which is nice to have a little bit of being young in yourself and that youthfulness. But
100%.
there's nothing wrong with getting older
Yeah,
and
facts.
being
True.
wiser, And I hate when we start talking about aging as a negative thing. You know what I mean? We really don't look at aging and look at the older folks. Like we look at them as like,
Play it out.
You're out. You're done.
you out,
Sit
I
on the
think they're
bench.
OGs. They're the wisest ones. But I mean, I love talking to older people.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's the
and
best
here's the
thing ever.
thing: it's like we've created this culture where we've kind of exploited the youth because we know the young people make tons of money and they get a lot of attention. So there's even been a lot of old folks who gas up young people. In a very bad. It's good to support the youth, but you can't gas them up if they're like doing terrible things just for your own gain.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, I've started to embrace a lot of my wisdom and me getting older instead of being like, I'm the fun uncle.
You're the smart, wise uncle.
Usually when those conversations come up, it's like the looks, right? Oh my God, my face.
The
Right?
physicality,
Yeah,
yeah,
physicality, right? So it's like,
But you look young as fuck, bro.
Yeah, you
Wait,
chilling.
You're like, I don't know how old are you.
if I was to guess your age,
I would
I know
say
I'm
28.
completely wrong. 29, yeah.
Nah, I'm 37 years old. Well, I
You
talked
look
about
a decade younger.
I talked about this with Jesse though, because
Okay.
me and Jesse, we have what we call the case of the old face.
The
you know
case
what I
of
mean?
Case of the old
So
face,
when
yeah.
we were younger, we looked older for
Wow.
our age.
Interesting.
So now that we're older, we're
still
kind of just
look-
coming back into we're coming into
That's
our
gonna be you,
age.
bro.
Yeah.
The man don't even have a mustache, bro. That's gonna be you
You
one
both
day.
look- How old are you guys?
I'm 25.
24.
Did you check? You're like, should I share that?
I was thinking like,
shit.
I ain't celebrating my birthday in years.
No, you guys are. It's a great age right there. You know what I'm
25,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah. But me and Jess were talking about that of being that age or getting older. She's younger than me, but like I feel better. I'm also a lot healthier. You know what I
Dope.
mean? I'm more healthier now than I was in my 20s.
when did you realize that it's important to be healthy? Because even me, right now at my age, sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I'm all for health, right? I'm like,
I am
bro,
always
I
all
need
for
to
health.
be
It's
like
just not
healthy,
easy.
like fucking green drinks, send it, right?
Yeah.
You know, but then other times I'm just like, man, I'll have some in and out, right?
That's a good question because it is something I have never thought about in my younger days and in my 20s. Like I did not think about health,
Right.
Going on a hike and all these things that I do.
Yeah, he went on a hike this morning.
Like
What
that's
the-
literally,
crazy. Before
I am
this,
a
yeah.
basic LA bitch. Like,
Wow.
I
You went
literally,
to
I went
Erewhon.
I went to Runyon.
I
I
knew
went
it.
to Erewhon for a smoothie. and now I'm on a podcast.
That's literally LA. LA is
crazy,
fuck.
bro.
You're not even K-Town anymore, bro. God damn, we need to fix that.
That is wild, bro.
Hey, cheers to that though. Health is wealth, bro.
Health is wealth, bro.
I don't care. I am trying to live my best life and just and trying to be healthy. But when did I care about being healthy? That's an interesting question because I didn't necessarily grow up around that environment. You know what I mean? Like I'm a latchkey child. My dad and mom always working, so they'd bring me like hot wings from KFC for dinner, you know, and we'd be happy.
I would be too. I would love that.
Yeah,
bro.
they didn't
That's
want to
like
cook.
a good day.
Yeah, they didn't want to cook, so they just got me the hot wings and the macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, all that.
Facts,
for sure.
And it was just like a lot of that throughout my whole youth. And then in my 20s, I was still wilding. I was drinking a lot, living, rap touring life. It's very unhealthy, and studio life. That's very unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah, because you don't even get windows. You don't know what time it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people don't realize that.
Yeah,
a lot of these musicians, even in people in the K-pop industry, health-wise, it is hard to stay on top of it.
100%.
Luckily, they have natural regimens like dancing and training and things like that. I didn't have no dancing. You
just would get in the stew and cook.
Yeah,
right?
Cooking and just crafting your shit.
Man.
Yes, I think it just recently happened, maybe about 4 years ago. In my early 30s, kind of happened.
I don't know why. I feel like.
Wait,
I
let me ask you,
something
is it because of a girl?
No,
It's usually because of a girl, I'm telling you.
nah.
All of a sudden, they hitting the smoothie with the bananas and shit. They
You
be
gotta
like,
get rid of that
"You
tummy
go,
tuck.
man."
You know?
Nah. I mean, I'm not. I got a little self-conscious too.
Good.
You know what I
can
mean?
see that.
I want to stay energized more than the looks. I want to stay energized.
Right.
Because that's one thing I've never lost is like my hunger to constantly move around and make stuff. you
Dude,
know
the
what I
amount
mean?
of shit you do is insane. Dude.
Yeah,
guy.
I do a lot of stuff. That's the thing. It's
all
like
over.
I want to constantly make stuff, and if I want to be a multi-hyphenate talent, like I gotta be able to have the energy to do all that.
Yeah.
And there was a time where it started catching up to me. Like I'd wake up hungover or something, and I'd be canceling things, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm canceling stuff.
Is this recent or a long time ago?
Like in the last like
2, 3?
when I was starting to hit my 30s and stuff, the rap life was fun. I got to tour and do, travel, do my shows, and afterwards I drink and hammered and all that stuff, and it still worked.
Right.
I could still do my shows the next day.
100%.
But if I'm trying to like write, if I'm trying to act,
Creative. Right.
be creative on different mediums and all at once, I have to leave time and energy for me to do all these things.
Right.
You had to stop the Hotbox show, I can tell.
Yeah.
That shit was
I
a
did.
liability, bro.
That was when I
Next
stopped
day.
doing
Oh,
it.
that's when
I stopped
right
doing
there?
it because I stopped
Oh,
smoking.
so that was that era.
I stopped smoking, and that's
Damn.
why I stopped doing that show. And literally, I mean,
Damn.
I haven't smoked in so long, and it was funny because my brand was crafted so much around smoking in my younger days. So when I would do shows, I remember playing a lot of colleges, and kids would be like, "Yo, Dumb, my dream is to smoke you out." And then I'd be like,
Yeah, these kids
I
are
stopped
crazy.
smoking, my bad, I stopped smoking. And they'd be like, what?
They're like, I loved you because of this.
You're the prodigy.
You ruined my dreams. I gotta dream bigger, fam.
Do you think to be a good artist, you almost have to live the lifestyle?
Whatever music you make, like those lyrics have to come from experiences. I hear so many kids talk about, I'm in the studio every day, all day. I'm like, what are you writing about? like if you're in there, then and you're not outside in the world living the life, like
there's
what are
nothing to
you
write
taking
about.
back to the studio?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's a big
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Like nobody, I always say, I honestly think you should be in the studio maybe like 30%, and then 70% you should be out in the world living.
You think luck plays a big part in this stuff,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
I do think so.
Because we was talking the other day, and I was like, I don't believe
He's
in luck.
fighting me
right?
on this
And
luck
He's like,
shit.
what?
Luck is
I'm
everything.
I'm like, luck is God to me, right? Because I believe in God, right? So God has blessed you.
It's like, it's so interesting when I see success. It feels like all of a sudden someone like predicted the market, like stock market. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like we can't predict the stock market, but like for instance, for an artist who's doing their thing and they all of a sudden in that moment somehow speak to the masses because it's so of the time.
Right.
And I haven't had much luck in the stock market. Or,
Me neither, my boy.
Oh boy.
yeah.
Boy, I stopped looking at that shit ages ago.
Crypto, yes.
Bitch.
But that's why I realized the best investment you can make is in yourself.
Boom.
I've made so many terrible investments, and I just keep coming back like, the best investment's always been myself.
Boom.
Like I've seen the biggest gains in myself.
Boom.
Nice.
I love
You
that.
know, I think in the past couple of years, a lot of people have seen really quick, rich.
Get rich schemes?
Get rich quick schemes.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got
yeah.
confused. Get rich quick schemes. You know, whether it's the market and stuff, and
Or anything.
they forgot about like
The
everything they
process.
actually wanted to do. You know, they put like all their passion and hobbies to the side because they're like focused on this. I do think the freedom of curiosity, like that's what creates this longevity. You know what I mean? You got to have that curious bone in your body to want to learn every single day.
Yeah.
Most people
What is this?
don't,
What is
bro.
that?
I mean, being curious is kind of boring sometimes too, though, right?
Hey, not to me.
No,
I love
it's not
being
to
curious.
me. I'm just saying for most people, right? The people that don't express it, like don't even try to be curious, right? Like,
Well, it's exhausting. You have to want to do that. Like people could feel very safe in a comfort zone.
Yes, very
when you have to, when you know what you could expect.
right. What's the biggest risk you've took
The biggest risk
that you was happy with the outcome?
just signing up for an open mic, you know. So and changed my life, you know. I was at a open mic called Project Blowed where it's infamous for some of the top rappers in Los Angeles. I went there, I'm just hearing some of the most incredible rappers, and I see the sign-up sheet, and I'm like, I'm scared, terrified, you know what I mean? And I sign my name, and they call me up, and I get booed off stage.
Oh, what?
Yeah, not booed, but they used to encourage the audience members to be like, if you're not feeling the rapper, then start chanting, please pass the mic.
Oh.
Please pass. Imagine that chant.
Yo, that's
happening
fucking hell.
during your performance, and the DJ is like, you know, rewind.
Whoa.
And it's, and when I got off stage, I was embarrassed, but I was like, I'm gonna come back next week, sign up again.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get booed.
That shit sound like 8 Mile.
Yes, it does, bro.
Well, there's two ways people can take that, you know, and I've seen it happen at that exact open mic. Some artists will get pissed and they're on the mic like, y'all don't know shit.
Exactly.
Y'all don't know shit.
Defending themselves.
Yeah.
Very true.
The other artists will come back every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be like, nah, y'all got it
Fuck that.
wrong this
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Next week it'll be
Yeah.
even better.
Or
you
they
know?
fold.
Yeah, exactly. Or they just stop.
never,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Dad made me come every week, and I was there every week throughout
dope,
my
bro.
whole young life, and it also really gave me thick skin.
Dude, how the hell you get into battle rapping?
It started with like just defending myself first.
Really?
Verbally, you know.
That's funny.
Fuck you too.
Fuck you too, man.
Because you're gonna get, you're gonna get clowned on. Everybody has something to get clowned on.
Yes.
For sure.
That's a thing, you know, and that's why I don't, you know. Yes, Asians get dissed. We all know that. Like, there's moments where you're gonna get clowned on, but everybody gets dissed. I battled an Asian dude. I dissed him for being Asian. I battled a Latino dude. I battled the old guy. I battled the guy who's heavy set. You know, I battled everything. There's always something to roast. I will roast a good-looking male model.
You look pretty
Yeah,
good.
shut up, pretty boy. You're like, damn, I don't want to be
He could
pretty
have
no more.
everything going for him, and I will find something to
that's
roast
fun.
you with. You know what I mean? Like, there's
There's
something.
always
All the
something.
time.
Yes,
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Facts.
And even
Nobody's
if you're
perfect.
perfect, but
You can get
You're gonna pull
humbled.
apart.
Everybody can get humbled.
Was there ever a moment, a time where you was all like, hey man, like, I kind of wish I was born in Korea and raised there? Did that ever come across your mind?
No, not really. not really.
No.
Because,
Why?
because I feel like my identity is so Korean American. I'm not saying I won't be able to express myself who knows what I would have been when I
Right.
grew up there. You
Yeah.
know, it would have been a different life.
you might be a K-pop.
I know, right? Yeah.
I think you can pull it
JYP.
off.
Yeah.
Ring his line.
Good job.
I'm
Pull it up, Kaja.
almost sure I would have been more successful though. I'm like K-pop star or underground hip hop artist. No, I'm very grateful from growing up here. I think there's pros and cons to each place that
hear
you
you.
could have grown up in.
Because even the way you started the hotbox and just discovering Doja Cat and Anderson
Yeah, that shit was
.Paak
crazy.
and
I was like,
I,
all
I,
of
mean, I
these
didn't
other
discover.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
get
but
it.
I was, you know.
Thank
yeah,
you for
yeah,
fixing the words for me.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I didn't
early on,
discover them. I just
just
you know,
found them on SoundCloud.
early on.
invited.
We're all from the early Los Angeles music scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm very attracted to talented people who are
Yeah.
doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And I happened to have a platform at the time,
Right.
and I put Anderson on the show, and then started working with him, or Doja Cat on my show. And,
Right.
But that was all. They were all like part of the scene. You know what I mean? And they were killing it already in Los Angeles.
Would you say Anderson's the closest person you are to?
Anderson's definitely one of my best friends because I still work with him on so many levels.
I see.
And he has something that I have too. Is just this desire to constantly
Evolve.
and make things and create things that aren't just this one thing that people expect of us.
Right.
You know, like Anderson's doing crazy
dope.
stuff. He's
100%.
directing
It's
music
all over the
videos. He's comfortable with himself to be
Yeah.
silly, wear wigs, and he just
funny.
dropped like an Instagram video with Victoria Monet where he's like wearing like a onesie thing.
Yeah.
But he don't care. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I
And that's
love that
dope.
about him. And he challenges me to
Right.
really take it to the next level. You know, we're working on a movie right now.
Okay.
We're developing a TV show.
Dope.
But he's somebody that like I follow. I look up to him as a leader too. You know, I have people around me who maybe look at me as a leader, but he's one guy I'm like, okay, like I can learn from this dude.
That's dope.
His
That's
energy is unmatched, man.
Would you say that
Unmatched.
brings you the most joy, just building with good people and, constantly elevating yourself and trying to grow and challenge yourself?
Oh yeah,
Is
man.
that where the happiness is for you?
It is. It's scary, when I step into rooms like I spoke about before, where I don't feel as confident as I usually do. It is scary.
Really?
I'm stepping into rooms now with incredibly smart people.
Right.
And I'm like, am I ready for this? There's a lot of imposter syndrome. And there is a lot of feeling of, damn, maybe I didn't get ready as much as I should have for this moment. And that is one lesson I will tell like everybody is just be ready when you get that opportunity. Because there's times I really truly don't feel ready for it. But I mean, whatever, I'm in it now.
Right.
Whatever, I'm in it now.
I guess I can
I gotta swim.
I gotta
You
swim.
throw me in the ocean.
Sink or swim, yeah.
Sink or swim. So
100%, yeah.
I gotta swim, and that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
And I'll pick it up along the way.
Fuck it.
And
Freestyle.
yeah.
Dude, I think it's really like powerful for you to sit here and even be able to confess that.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
straight
to
up,
even
for sure.
to even be able to I think that's so mature, bro. To be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what, bro? I feel like I'm a little behind in this sense, right? Like
Self-awareness is not the difficult part. Doing something about it after you find out.
It's what's hard.
That's the hard part. Like, now that I'm self-aware, am I gonna make the changes, or am I not, or am I just gonna be like,
no, fuck it.
I'm aware. I'm aware. Yeah, no, I feel like now's the hard part when you do the work to change.
So self-awareness is not the hardest part, it's the execution that's the hard, or at least staying true to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't. You see, the stay true to yourself thing
Because we all lie to ourselves.
confuses me too, because I don't know. I don't have a full understanding of what myself is
Very
yet
true,
to
yeah.
stay true to.
I
You
get
know what
it.
I mean?
Yeah.
Same.
Like,
Just like
It
Bruce Lee
almost feels
said,
like-
be like water.
Yeah. It almost feels like you never figure yourself out. I'm sorry. Like everyone's like, I figured it out. No, the fuck you didn't. Because
Yeah.
you change every day.
I think your moral compass is shifting constantly too.
Right.
You can always become better.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, I think for me too. Like, I have a moral compass. There's things that I would not do. That's the lowest of the low, and I strive for the better. But I could be a better person.
I bet.
There's a lot of people out there who probably think I'm an asshole.
I wonder though, like, are you happy?
Damn. Let's get I'm very happy. I am happy at this current moment. I'm very happy.
Why?
Why am I happy?
Now it's a therapy session.
It's all right.
Fuck you, dude, Lou.
no, it's
We can
great.
chop it out if you want, but like I'm feeling the vibes right now.
Why?
It's good energy in the air,
I feel like I'm in a place where I can help, my friends and family, and I'm actually helping myself to do that. You know what I mean? And I think I feel confident. I have a lot of confidence because of that.
Wow.
Like I'm waking up feeling fresh, and I know that I didn't go wild the night before. You know,
That's
I'm
beautiful, bro.
clear-headed. I'm not filling my brain up with trash in any
This
way.
morning.
Right? Because happiness is all subjective, right, to the person, right? So it's like, it's really good to hear that, bro.
Nah,
Like, you
for
know what
sure. I mean, I've been through a lot of substance abuse when I was younger. You know, I was drinking a lot. I was doing a lot of drugs, and this change is pretty recent in the last couple years. You know what I mean? So, and it's like not a lot. I don't talk about it, but people know. Like they've seen me out there at parties and stuff, so they know I've been partying and stuff. But it's great, like knowing that, wow, I have a kind of a second mountain in my life that I can get to.
Wow, that's beautiful, bro.
You know what I mean? Like I have a new chapter that I feel confident about, because for a while it just seemed a little stagnant. You know, like I was just doing the same thing.
That's so fucking beautiful, bro. I love that, bro. For the people that are out there and that are currently going through what you've been going through in the past, right? What would you say pulled you out that dark place, if it could help anyone out there listening?
What pulled me out that dark place? You know what? That's a very interesting question, because I don't know. I just woke up one day.
You just wanted
like
better
there
for
wasn't
yourself.
an event for me.
Right,
You
right.
know, most of the time there is
That's
a traumatic event for a lot of people that changes the way they live moving forward.
Right.
But yeah, there were times that I'd go home and just be like completely smashed, and I'd be looking in the mirror like talking to myself. This is what I do. I get hammered, right? I get trashed. I get home at like 3 a.m. I look in the mirror and be like, again? Really? On a Tuesday.
That's a movie
Really?
scene, bro.
I went to Korea like 3 times this past year, and I didn't drink once.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah. No,
Not even to network.
It was tough.
Cause brother,
That shit is
that
hard.
shit helps.
Yeah, you guys know.
I don't
yeah.
drink
Yeah,
though,
bro. What?
I told one of the Korean homies that I was sober. He's like, what? What is
Are you
sober?
crazy?
What is
I don't
sober?
drink, no.
What is
Like they
sober?
couldn't fathom the idea
I
of
know.
sobriety.
I know. I know. But we don't drink at all. So when
Yeah.
we
Oh, you guys don't drink?
Zero.
Oh, that's great.
And so when we tell people, they're like, "How do you have fun?" And I'm like, "What
What do
the
you mean?
fuck you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Just
no
fucking
judgment
move
for
your
anyone who
toes."
drinks.
Of course
You know
not.
what I mean? No
100%.
judgment at all, because I drank and it was fun. You
Yeah,
know what
I bet it is.
And it was great, and I made great relationships also from being out and drinking and networking.
Right. Damn, bro. So, any thoughts of settling down?
That was a weird segue. Settling down.
And we know you get girls. We got to get a wifey though.
Hey, you be stealing
Get a
wild
wifey.
girls out here, man.
Settling down.
Any thoughts, man? Like, man, it's time. Is it time? I don't know.
Is it time? It's not. There's no,
Time.
right time or anything for me like that. I be honest, I'm not necessarily like looking to settle down like that. But it probably makes sense because I am getting to that age.
I mean, what is age? It's just a number, right? Like,
That's true.
Who cares?
I think it only matters if you're thinking about kids, right? Like if you're thinking about kids, you don't necessarily want to be like an old dad.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese. You're like,
That guy's
fucking-
wild.
you know what I mean? Hey, respect
Shout out to
those
him,
guys.
though.
Respect, man. Yeah,
Respect.
facts.
I'm here to appreciate.
He was like 90 years old playing catch. Like maybe you shouldn't play pickleball.
Man,
go home,
bro. Like,
All right, so I have fun questions for the fans, right? Because I
Okay.
feel like this is like debates that is so fun, and I like to partake in it too. Who do you think is like the best rapper, or top 3?
Korean hip hop. I throw my boy Jay in there because of, and I'll give explanations. And Jay Park, because he also raps in English fluently.
Yeah.
There's not a
Yeah.
lot of Korean rappers
Facts.
that do both.
Yeah.
And like actually like try to bar out. So I think that's like mandatory. Just his level of fluency and being able to do both. I still think Gecko is one of the best.
shout out to
dynamic
Gecko.
duo.
Okay.
Taste.
Because to be honest, I don't understand a lot of Korean rap in general, language-wise.
Okay.
But he's one of those guys you just hear and he's snapping.
Yeah,
you know what I
he's
mean?
different.
And he's been doing that forever.
Right.
Toki's like that too. I feel like Toki is one of those rappers like he clearly has a swag like you can't deny.
Right.
You don't even have to understand what he's saying. I don't think there's a Korean rapper who delivers his raps like more swagged out than
And
Pokey
Chris
does.
too, right?
By the way, I
Pokey
don't
sounds
know
are
who
cool.
that is. It's T-O-K-I?
D-O-K too.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Pokey.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't know how to say his name. I know
Yeah,
him.
like he sounds like he's rapping in English, but in Korean.
We're gonna throw PH1 in there. I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like
shout out
I feel like you
PH1.
forgot my son Harry.
Yeah.
My brother.
Harry
Harry-
has that
Harry's
kind of
dope.
he really brought that kind
His
of
English is great too. You know?
American swag too.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So I like that, and I think not that that's better. It's just like something I'm used to a little bit
sure,
more.
for
So
sure. Got you.
I do like that.
100%.
But I mean, it's undeniable. Those guys are just, I don't know. There's just a very clean like sound to what Korean musicians are doing.
Yeah, bro. It's
in any genre.
Bro, that's why we appreciate it. To be honest, like I don't think we talk about it often,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
like, bro, not only like the amount of effort, bro, these shoots go on for days.
I really respect the rollout of how the K-pop and Korean music industry does it. There's a lot of thought that goes behind it.
Right.
And being an artist is a lot of that. You got to think about your strategy of how you're gonna do it. It's been hard for me because I've been independent for so long. You know, just I think building a team is hard for any artist. you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, being independent. I mean, we have been independent too. Kind of. We
There's
talked
nobody
about it.
behind these
Yeah, we
cameras
talked about it a bit.
operating,
There's nobody.
nobody.
I mean, there's a little bit of fun in it, but I feel like there's a different type of chemistry with having a full team and maybe somebody to lead you, a producer. I mean, this guy's legit. He has a producer. He has everything.
Well, no,
we just turn on the camera, put it on auto, get it popping. No
It does.
script.
As you guys know, like sometimes it gets tiring. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I don't want to go to a photo shoot carrying all my clothes that I'm gonna wear for this photo
yes.
shoot.
Yeah.
I wish I could always just go when there's
Pull
a
up.
stylist, but that's not the life of an independent artist.
Right.
I've had you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
Bootstrap.
exhausting. But once you get to a certain point, you do appreciate it because you wore every hat in that restaurant.
Wow.
You know, so
Well
if you
said,
want to
yeah.
start a restaurant, make sure you try being a chef for a little bit. Work,
waiter.
be a hostess, be a waiter,
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
busboy.
Yeah.
Then you can open your own restaurant.
Otherwise, you won't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This motherfucker wise.
What you think?
I didn't.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I'm thinking about it differently, and I think there's beauty in trying to do it all. Because then, once you're at the top, it's easy to stay humble because you know,
That's true.
You know how this feels. You know how that feels. And
You won't
stuff
be an
like that.
asshole to
Yeah, at all.
that
There's no
person.
space for
Because
it.
you was there one day, right?
And I think what you guys do is very important. You know what I mean? It has to. There's so many K-pop and Korean culture fans that aren't Korean, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes they feel very isolated and excluded by even the Korean community alone, or in Korea.
Yeah.
You know, luckily Korean culture is global now, and they are touring, in different countries and different cities where they used to not hit. But what you guys do is like you guys are that gateway and that bridge, and for certain groups that maybe don't put that marketing budget towards reaching that audience.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
Look
Like,
at him giving flowers.
I
man.
mean,
you're on my show, you know. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, he's supposed to give you flowers.
Thanks for coming
Here
on,
we
brother.
go,
Like,
man.
really, man.
Dumbfoundead, guys. Where can everybody find you?
For those who aren't familiar with my work, you can find me at Dumbfoundead on all the social media. I have a podcast every week called Fun with Dumb.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Week?
Every week, every Wednesday,
week.
new
I need to
episode.
get like you. Oh my god.
Every week, these guys will be coming on the show, so
Yes,
check
sir.
out that episode.
Yeah, check it out.
100%.
Link in the description.
Yeah, we'll dive into a bunch of stuff we didn't in this show.
I got some more questions here. I'll talk to you later though on it.
Oh, okay.
You know, on
You asked
your
me
show.
Questions on my show? The audacity.
You asked
Nah,
on my show.
I'm kidding.
I'm just paying back.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me.
Love,
on.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Love.
All right, guys. If you guys like the video, If
Give it a
you're
big
new,
thumbs up, man.
Please hit the subscribe button.
Join the family.
Link in the description. Show love to Fun with Dumb and Dumbfoundead on Instagram and
Yes,
everything.
sir.
Movie coming soon with Anderson .Paak.
No cap.
Make sure you keep an eye on that.
You know the vibes.
And without further ado, we out.
Peace.
Peace.